In 2005, this mansion was built. It was one of the first homes in what was meant to be a luxury subdivision. But even among large houses, this one stood apart. It was way bigger than anything else in the neighborhood, over 17,000 square feet. Designed more like a private estate than a home. It had a movie theater, an indoor basketball court, spa, an indoor pool, and a 9-car garage meant for a fleet of luxury cars. The first owners likely owned a construction company and may have been involved in building the subdivision itself. Satellite images showed heavy equipment on the property, suggesting the mansion was both their personal home and a showcase project. In 2017, the mansion sold for about $2.4 million, far below what it cost to build. The new owners, judging by their last names, appeared to be of Asian descent. They lived here up until about 2021, when the property was left abandoned. What made it so unusual was how much was left behind. Furniture, personal items, and in the garage, multiple luxury cars, including a Maybach, 2 Rolls Royces, and others. It felt like life had simply stopped. A group of explorers from Poland flew out here and stumbled upon the property. During this early abandoned phase, they photographed the untouched rooms, the dust-covered cars. Those images, however, later disappeared from the internet. After it sat, the HOA issued fines and sued over unpaid dues. The owners tried to recover. They started removing some belongings, while at the same time trying to renovate the house so they could sell it. Some of the luxury cars were taken out. However, others, like the Maybach and one of the Rolls Royces, were cleaned, hooked up to power, and prepped for removal, but they never left the garage. You see, before they could finish, a construction company working on the water heaters wasn't paid and sued. The work stopped, and the mansion slipped into limbo again. The house has sat, unchanged, ever since. Inside, some rooms showed the start of work, mold cleaned off walls and drywall patched. The Maybach sat with flat tires and cobwebs clinging to its wheels, a reminder of when the property was first abandoned. I waited to release this until it was no longer abandoned or accessible, out of respect to the owners. By the time you're seeing this, the mansion has likely been sold again. So here's this abandoned mansion. It's absolutely massive. See, this was like, I think the basketball court, or was supposed to be a basketball court, but pretty overgrown right now. So guys, here is the back of the mansion. And as you can see, it's towering. It's insanely big. There's like the kind of hangout spot for the pool, and here's the actual pool. Now, you can see just how long this has really been sitting here. There are even frogs in there at some point. I don't know where they're at now, but kind of nasty. But this is just towering, guys. But over here, let's check this out. So here's where people were grilling stuff up and just hanging out. And probably over here is like more of the wash area. Get something in there, I don't know. Kind of dirty. Cool little ostrich there. I don't know how long this has been open, but at least a couple winters. Not much else in here though. This is one of the biggest mansions I think I've seen like all year. We even have a hot tub there. That is a cool hot tub. It's pretty big. It's got some wear and tear. Bugs all swimming in there and stuff. Yuck. But this is the kind of outside here. Now this looks really bad. As you can see, just a lot of plants growing around. where they shouldn't be. You can see some stuff has fallen too. It looks like from up there, some of the mold or moss maybe ate away. Down here is the bottom patio. Everything here's brick. It's pretty cool, or like cement. But you could see where the HOA mows the lawn and where this is actually being mowed, and it's not. Quite the large building though, I gotta say. Wow, that was just all open like this. Oh my gosh. I mean, isn't that insane? Just the scale of this place. That X up there is sick. Here's that awesome view up front. Sad. That is cool as well. But yeah. Oh geez, yeah, it looks like there's like birds kind of living it up all around here, but huge property. Folks, here we are at the front door. And this is kind of what you're walking into. The size, the scale of this does not do this camera justice here. I mean, it's huge. Check out this fireplace. And look at this floor. I mean, just the patterns on this floor are incredible. Must have cost a fortune. But here is the dining room. Now there is some stuff left behind from the previous owner here, such as this dining table. There's the carpet. It's been kind of bunched up. I mean, things have changed around, but it's all gonna change. Look at that table. That's like a line, isn't that insane? It's pretty dusty though. Not much has really moved. There is like a layer of dust over everything, it seems. Pretty wild. But back to this room. Pretty wild. And here is the front. Let's kind of adjust the light here to really show you guys this place. Yeah. It's insane. It's all marble. Pretty wild. So, here we have like another pattern. I see this a lot in mansions, honestly. And just another expensive thing. Shows how rich you are. This is next to it. A little bit of an outdated floor there. But this fake plant here has been left, definitely from the original owner. And we even have this globe. I mean, you can kind of imagine what was in here. Pretty wild. So that's this kind of area. But every part of this house is pretty extravagant, gotta say. I mean, look at this glass. Although it's been sitting for a while, I'll tell you what. Gross. Now past this room, we also got this. Beautiful. But past this room, we got some pretty insane rooms here. So it's kind of dark. Most of the lights do not actually work in here. But here we got like a closet maybe, or a library, maybe workroom. There's like an old TV. Probably we're removing that. And then here, guys, is a room that is the biggest kitchen I have ever seen. So we're gonna kind of walk around and just show you guys. This is a 2-story kitchen. Yeah, massive. Here's the side though. Cool. This place was built in 2005. That's a lot of details. And that is 3 chandeliers, all in the ceiling as well. Now here, we're probably building plans. No, these are for different buildings. Huh. So that's just real estate stuff. But this is the kitchen. Viking, that's a very expensive brand. We got this island here. There's quite the layer of dust here. Anything in the fridge? I wonder. Water, but there's Viking. The microwave there. Next to the kitchen is this amazing sunroom. That's kind of the outside by the pool. And here's like the basketball court, or probably was going to be one. So guys, past this pool room, we have the garage. And here we have a bunch of furniture, and there is a Mercedes back there. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. That is a Maybach. Holy cow. You could see how long it's kind of sat. And there's some cobwebs underneath the thing. Usually dust, I think, is from human presence. So I don't know if humans have been back here or not. But this is absolutely crazy, guys. The fact that this is here. And this was left behind from the previous owner. And the city, I believe, is charging it right now to get it out of here, and they're going to sell it. But there we go, it's a Maybach. Pretty wild. So here's the back of the thing. The plates are from 2022. That is in fact a Maybach. Pretty crazy. V12. Pretty clean. Whoa. It's still on. It probably still starts. That is insane. So outside of here, This door opens, and this leads us to the outside. Now this is where this massive garage complex is. We'll probably go over there a little bit later. But this is insane, guys. The door is locked. But there is a Rolls Royce in there as well that they left behind. The tires are decently flat. It's being charged up. Unreal. Anyways, we are back at the main area, and that view is insane. But anyways, we're gonna go upstairs now. Here's the upstairs with this massive chandelier, and we have this crazy window. And that is the outside. It's kind of wild. Just not taken care of. Like, these people had like fines with the HOA. But I mean, even the details are seen up here. But anyways, there are bedrooms here. I believe bedrooms, it would only make sense. But here we got this one. Not much to see in here, other than kind of crazy. They got a chandelier. Also pretty crazy. I mean, just every part of this house has something to it. We're not even in the main hallway anymore, but oh my gosh. Take a look at this bathroom, folks. That is real nice. It's like curtains almost, but that's just drawn onto the house. Really unique. Tell you what, I do like this bathroom. At least it's kind of a unique look. Might be a little tacky, but I like it. Anyways, down over here, oh, we got like a little closet for food. And over here is the kitchen. This must have been the guests. Most definitely. Oh wow, animals have gotten in here. Very strange. Genuinely. It's like slowly leaking. This says 2019 faucet failure. That's quite old. So there's kind of a date. Ooh, now let's go over here. So that was the guest, I guess. And this is now the main floor, or the overlook over the kitchen. You can see this awesome metalwork here. And then a second story view of the kitchen slash probably party room. That is awesome. This is the main hallway. We got these. Looks like an animal got there too. Scratches or something. I don't know. No, that's somebody's handprints or sleeve. But that's the hallway. And then here we go. It's quite hard to see. I'm sorry with the light problems and everything, but pretty cool view. Just imagine partying here at night and you just kind of look out at everybody like the Great Gatsby. Now past these rooms we do have, we have one right here. Another, oh my goodness, really cool bathroom with quite unique features. As you can see, somebody drew that there. I think a couple explorers have been here already. But yeah, another kind of modern bathroom. But this is that one room. Just another guest, probably. It leads to nothing. The cool part is you can see the side of the house, the detailing on that. But anyways, we're gonna head on to the other side, but this is that view you get. Guest bedroom, probably. And more guest bedrooms. Starting with this cool bathroom here. Maybe that other one was a storage room. But yeah, just another empty room, similar as the last. Actually, it's quite strange in the closet of this place. It looks like a bunch of insulation has fallen, but it shouldn't look like that. Like an animal got in there or something. But anyways, here we are at another room. Beautiful bathtub there. Quite unique. A pink room. Complete with a pink chandelier. Wow. Pretty unique. So that is the end of the house. It goes quite far back. There's the elevator. Anyways, guys, here is the downstairs. So first off, we have the pool room. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. It's been sitting for, I think, 5 years or so. Pretty nasty, but really cool room. Here's the view from kind of another angle. It just looks like wood, but yeah, this is the indoor pool for here. Here we got the indoor theater. I guess they're all indoor. But this is the theater. All the chairs have been removed. It's pretty. Now past the theater, guys, we have a basketball court. Here we go. Y'all ready? Yeah. There's a view from all sides. You can watch people hooping, etc. Pretty nasty now down there. But yeah, this is the lowest point of the building. Here next to that, we have the basement kitchen. Not much to see here other than it's very expensive. This is also really cool. This is the fireplace. Looks like painted concrete. Very weird. So here are a bunch of rooms that are probably the master. Now this looks like it was being completely renovated. Not terribly much to see. You can see kind of the moss and the general overgrowth here. Bit dark, but quite overgrown. Over here, we even have an elevator. I don't really want to mess with anything or touch anything though. There isn't an elevator. Then we have a split here. We have this insanely big room. It's like a freaking ballroom. Incredible. Here's the floor. Once again, amazing work done here by the artists. We even have another room. Incredibly huge chandelier. And then we have this. Look at that. Another awesome fireplace. And here's kind of the other side of the house. It's pretty sad that this is starting to get pretty overgrown. Anyways, over here, we got this. Incredible marble. And then this bathroom has to be the master. There's so much detailing here. Look at that. That's a 2-story bathroom. Pretty wild. This bathroom also contains a shower. Over here, we have a toilet that opens. That scared me so bad. But there's poop water in there. There's no water in there. I don't know if there's water in this building at all, but the power's still working. But it's just like sitting. That scared me so bad. That's wild though that this is here. So does the water work? Yes. It's all rusty though. I mean, it hasn't been used in a while. Very strange. No, I think that's everything. At least everything that I could find. Now at the beginning, this was really a questionable spot for me, but then I looked into the details. The cobwebs under the wheel of the Maybach, the rusty water and leaking faucets, and the green pools. I couldn't find any evidence of anybody working on this place in years. There were no tools, it was just empty. What do you guys think is going on with this place? Or what happened to it? But like I said, by the time this is up, I'm gonna make sure that no one's able to get in here again. By that, I mean I hope it's renovated or sold. That's the goal. I'll be driving by.